That is a double Tasha. What's in my deck here? Not good. 9 cards. 1 card. Oh my god. There's no way. There's no way. Oh my god. We are down to 1 card in hand in the deck to their 0. Oh baby. Let's go. Let's freaking go, dude. Are you kidding me? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a dive into
the dark side,
and that is because we are playing a deck that is pure evil today. We of course are talking about a mill deck, and today we're going to be running it in an IZZET shell with a new card, Invoke Calamity, for a little added bit of salt to the deck that's already a hated archetype. So I'm sure it's going to go well. I'm sure we're going to make a lot of friends here on the ladder, but hey, if you clicked on this video today, you are guilty by association. So welcome to the evil empire, my friend. Let's go ahead and talk about today's list. But before I dive into it, as always, if you are new here, you find any value in today's content, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, it is a free way to help support the channel. With that being said, let's talk about it. So Invoke Calamity is a card we just ran recently on our Marty list. If you haven't seen it, check it out after this video today, but it was really sweet. This card is an instant speed killer. If you can cast this card at instant speed to bring back 2 spells from your graveyard or a spell from your graveyard in your hand, whatever it may be, whatever combination you want to do, you can do some really fun things with this. So today I decided we're going to do this, and we're going to do it with Mill. So we're running it with cards like Tasha's Hideous Laughter and Maddening Cacophony. If we can hit a Calamity, it's essentially like hitting a Galvanic Iteration plus Tasha's Hideous Laughter, because we're playing double Tasha Hideous Laughter off of a Calamity. So it's kind of a nice little added 1 card fits all, as far, you know, this 2-piece combination. We've got it all in one nice neat little card in the Calamity. I keep calling it Cavalcade Calamity because of the old, you know, Cavalcade cards. But anyways, we've got a control shell outside of that to help us stay alive while we cast these spells, because we are not playing the crabs, and we're not going that full true mill route like most people would do. They play the crabs and all sorts of stuff like that, but we are just going with pure control and a ton of instant and sorcery spells, because if we can't get a double Tasha's off of a Calamity, which is a perfect world, we do want to have spells that we can come, you know, recast with the Calamity as well. So a lot of synergies here with this deck. So we've got Jawari Disruption up top for a bit of interaction. We've already talked about the Maddening Cacophony. We've got 3 Expressive Iterations for card draw and trying to find the tools we need. Of course, 3 Galvanic Iterations to copy these mill spells and get them dead quicker. 1 Shatter Skull Smashing for removal. Salundi Vision. Oh, Jesus. What is wrong with my mouth? All right. Salundi Vision. I'm going to guess that's what it's called. Anyways, this card right here is going to help us dig out some of our instant speed cards that, of course, are, you know, instant or sorcery cards that are mill cards. And then, of course, we have Thirst for Discovery, because this is a great draw tool, especially when running things like Invoke Calamity, because this card draws you 2 or 3 cards, and then you discard some cards. So if you have to discard, you know, mill spells for now and get them back later with the Calamity, you can do that. And in that, you know, that way you can sort out some, you know, removal tools that you may need. Speaking of removal tools, we have Crush the Weak, because the mono white is everywhere right now. So Crush the Weak is a great way to deal with it, as well as the Selesnya decks. It's been really good for me for Selesnya. We've also got Burn Down the House in case the Crush the Weak isn't enough to get the job done. And I've seen a lot of Planeswalker decks recently. And then we've got 2 Prismari Commands, as well as a splash of 2 Inscription of Insights. This is just I'm not going to lie, this is a pet card of mine that I absolutely love. I think it does it all. It's a little expensive, and it's mostly going to draw us cards or bounce our creatures. But if we can kick this and get all 3 effects, I absolutely love this card. Very hard card to get the kicker cost off, though. So anyways, it's a control shell meets mill. I'm sure you guys understand. Let's get into the gameplay footage, because there are some games in here that are absolutely wild, and I'm sure you're going to want to see. We'll meet back here at the end for some final thoughts. Peace. All right, today is going to be very interesting, because we are going to try to mill our way into Diamond Tier 1. And yeah, I'm sure we're going to make a lot of enemies along the way. No friends here, that's for sure. We got a very good opening hand actually going first too, so should be able to find what we need here. We do seem to run into, in the playtesting of this deck, we seem to run into a lot of hand hate, which is really fishy on the algorithm's part. So let's hope that's not the case today. But at least if we do, we have Invoke Calamity, so. Alright, definitely going to foretell this. That could be really nice because it does exile creatures. So that's why we actually have it in the deck, is for situations like this. Easy iteration here, I think. Alright, grab one of these. This can go back in the deck. We'll take another land. We'll make it a red source for now. We need a lot of red to cast our Calamity. I'm going to pass the turn because this is just going to get deadly disputed if I try to crush the weak. But it actually did. There was like no priority holds there, so maybe it's open for that crush the weak. No, they had the village rights. Interesting. They must have just top decked that because there was no priority holds there on that last go. Maybe they skipped ahead a turn. I don't know. Draw a card, and then what does it do? The enchanted permanent gets. I'm just curious as what it does. I know it's kind of pointless here, but equips yours Death Touch. Okay, Death Touch. Put that back. We'll get a blue source, and here's where we can start having fun. We can get a little loosey goosey with this milling project, just because even if we use these without copying them or whatever, we can just throw these spells out as fast as possible because we are going to get them again with the Invoke Calamity. So no point in holding on, and no point in trying to get fancy with it. No point in waiting on our iteration to copy things, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. All right, this is an easy crush the weak for me here. That way they get no value here. I guess Village Rights is still something they could cast. Looks like they might have it. No, they don't. All right, those get exiled. We get an easy Tasha's here. Ooh, pretty solid Tasha's as well. I think this is a pretty easy, straightforward win for us here, just because this deck that they're playing here is a mono black grindy list, and it is very, very slow on the uptick. So should get pretty easy W here. Down to 9 cards in hand. I probably could have closed that, closed the game out there, to be honest. If I would have just invoked Calamity and double Tasha there, there's a good chance I win the game there. But either way, we're totally fine. We have Burn Down the House for all this nonsense if we need it. Pretty straightforward, easy W here.
My will cannot be denied.
Dude, Mill is really annoying to play against, just because you never really prepare for Mill. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just never prepare for it, and then it catches you off guard. It's pretty good. I think this'll handle the problems that we have, though. I don't think we need to copy anything here, so good game, my friend. Good game. GG's. 2 Tasha's Hideous Laughters is not gonna miss here, so that is a wrap. Pass the turn, and we get to see someone's head explode. Let's get it. First game, easy dub. Let's see where we're at, actually. I'm actually curious. Okay, so we're a little bit ways away from Diamond Tier 1, but we'll get there today. Very solid first game. Nice and clean. That was really kind of the matchup we want to see, though. That's like the mono black matchup is definitely a list that we can beat pretty easily, I think. Yeah, man, this deck's nice. It should be pretty easy. It's got a lot of control in it, built into it, a lot of sweepers, a lot of ways to stay alive, and hopefully get to that end game, of which is to just cast multiple spells from the graveyard to win the game. Galvanic Iteration is a nice little touch too. All right, not bad. We can keep this. I think we got Jawari Disruption for early game. Man, I'm so tired today, guys. I apologize. I just got back from my son's birthday party, and it was a lot, man. It was a lot. All right, so we're up against a fellow Mill player here, which is funny because I get angry looking at that, but it's like, dude, you're doing the same thing. You have no right to get angry. All right, we might need a Field of Ruin something here. It's an easy Jawari for me. Easy Jawari. Nice, they missed their land drop. Let's go. They missed their land drop. Easy W. Easy W. All right, so we need to definitely find a another red source though, just because, I mean, Calamity's kind of useless without another red source. 2 iterations, really? Okay. That's fair, I guess. All right, well, double maddening cacophony here. Or do I blow this land up and go for another red source? No. I think I double down here. Double down on the cacophony. See if we can race them here. Wow, they're running Calamity as well. Is this like a real... Oh, this might be like a true mirror matchup, which is crazy. I thought I kind of came up with a cool idea. Well, clearly not that original. There's the Tasha's in the yard. Okay. Dude, I'd give anything for a red source off the top right now. That ain't it, Chief. That ain't it. Tap, red. That's just gonna give them... another trigger with this. Let's just go for a straight Tasha's here, I think is the play, and then we'll galvanic this again, and we should be able to win the game from that. Yeah, they're down to 18. That should be a pretty easy win from here. We're at the 37 to 18. We're definitely out-milling them. We do have to worry about a double spell here because they have galvanic iteration. It could be a double Tasha's here if they have another galvanic in hand. This one requires 3 mana, so definitely not going to get double Tasha'd here. Nice. All right, good game. I think we got this. Worst comes to worst, it's a maddening cacophony. And I think we're good. All right. 17. Wait, how much is this mill? This mill's 8. Not quite there. Wow. I mean, it kills him the following turn. It kills him the following turn, I guess. That's good enough, but gosh, it would have been nice to just get him done and over with here. I thought I did the math on that right, but clearly not. So they're down to 1 card in hand. They draw that last card, and that means they definitely have another Galvanic in their hand, which is scary. 4, 5, so 3. Yeah, they can double Tasha's me here and win the game. They could double Tasha, win the game here. Let's see what they've got. This is going to come down to this, ladies and gentlemen. This is actually pretty tense. Am I going to lose to Mill or am I going to beat Mill? Oh, brother. That's a double Tasha right there. That is a double Tasha. What's in my deck here? Not good. 9 cards. 1 card. Oh my god. There's no way. There's no way. Oh my god. We are down to 1 card in hand in the deck to their 0. Oh. Oh baby. Let's go. Let's freaking go, dude. Are you kidding me? Let's go. I do not know how we top that. I don't know how we top that. What a game, dude. I was trying to like do a quick little calculation on my my thing here and on what cards were in the deck. I could not figure out what we had in there to get the job done, but I'm so glad we did. All right, this is a mulligan. As much as I want to keep it, it's got to be a mulligan, right? This is way better. Way better. You know what? I think we kind of want to leave that back. It's probably this, but this is card draw, which is kind of important. Let's hope we don't regret that. If we're up against a quick deck, this could be absolute shambles because I threw that burn down the house away. Nope, it's blue. Oh, it is an aggressive list, though. It's going to be a tempo list, which is tough. Tempo is tough here, man. They're going to start beating me down. Okay, cool. No spell off the top of their deck. I like that. Another Delver. All right, easy Tasha's Laughter here. I forget I don't have to actually click on their thing. Wow, that was half their deck. Dude, they are running some seriously cheap spells. Holy cow. That was half of their entire deck right there. Sheesh. Okay. Ooh, what does this do? So whenever it enters battlefield, exile a card from graveyard. You may look at the top card of your library anytime once each turn if you cast a spell from the top of your library. And it shares the card type. Oh, you can cast a card that shares the card type. Okay. Well, that's annoying because it's just going to keep exiling my Laughters, which is super frustrating. All right, so it's a Jawari Disruption off the top. This is annoying, man. We got to figure out what to do with this thing. They're going to hang on to that Jawari Disruption, huh? That's fine. It's going to bite them in the butt because I am going to cast the Inscription of Insight. Are we dead here? Gosh, dude, if only we had burned down a house, but then we just get hit with the Jawari, so it's not that good. I mean, what do? Return 2 creatures? Just kind of slow the bleeding down a little bit and just hope we pray that we hit a good top deck here. Seems like a good idea, but it's not great. It doesn't really matter. I think we're just gonna get rolled anyways here. Gosh darn it. Okay, it hits. That's good. That's good. No spell on top. That's also great news. They're probably gonna do the grave thing again and steal my card from the graveyard, which is good if I top deck a sweeper. We have 4 Crush the Weeks and one, a couple burn down the house. So there's a good chance we pull one of those. We sweep the board. We're solid, man. We win the game, but nope, we don't pull it. That is a good game. We just ran out of juice here, man. Just ran out of juice. Had to take a bad mulligan. Ran out of juice. It is what it is. Good game. All right, tempo's tricky. I can't lie. Tempo's not something you plan for. That's for sure. You don't see that every day. Opponent goes first. We got some sweepers with some card draw. I'll take this all day. All day I'll take this. See what we can do with it. Let's see what we can do. It looks like we got a Orzov list, which could be really good for us. We'll see. Okay, they foretell. Hopefully they foretold like a Doomscar. It's not gonna be very helpful. Not gonna be much help at all for them. Shambling Gas. There we go. There's some stuff we can hit with the Crush the Weak. All right, we're going to just draw some cards here. Just draw some cards, nice and easy. Take it slow. Opponent's gonna take it slow. We're gonna take it slow, pretty much. All right, this Crush the Weak just got a lot better. I am afraid of a Deadly Dispute, so I would like to see them commit one more creature to the board here just to make me feel super optimal. No go on that, huh? Yeah, they definitely have a Deadly Dispute. There's something holding priority here. Looks like they're gonna use it now, though. All right. It is what it is. We saw it coming. Yep, one of those can go. Not a problem. And then we will, what do we do here? Do we draw more cards again? We have some more millage here, which is great. Yeah, maybe we hold up the counter magic for a planeswalker. I mean, we do have this though, which we will need another land for, so this would help find a land. So I think we have to hold up our instant speed plays here. Yeah, Lulth gets around our Jawari Disruption now, so hopefully Thirst for Discover can get us a land so we can get a burn down a house off if Lulth makes an appearance. If it's just the eye twitch and the Shambling Gas doing their thing out here, I am not worried at all. What's nice is our opponent doesn't have any clue what it is we're trying to do at the moment. They're not sure what we're up to. I don't need 2 crushed weeks. Just not important. Just not important at all. Drawing 3 cards here, and oh, okay, we got discard 2 here. We need the instant speed land, right? So let's do this, and Prismari Command can blow up this, which is so nice. So we'll drop both of these. Ah, that's a red source. That could actually be used here for the Calamity. I like the iteration, but it eats up all of our blue here. So I think I need to do this and create a treasure. All right, that takes care of the Turgid's Lantern. No problems anymore with that. And we do have a treasure now, so we can galvanic into like a maddening cacophony potentially. Not the greatest plays, but you know what? It is plays. It is plays. We do need to find some more blue though. We have 4 reds, so we can cast a Calamity if we get it off the top of our deck, which is pretty sweet. Shambling Gas, that's fine. The more the merrier, please. I'm feeling pretty solid about how this is looking. All right, we'll start with this. Does it hit? They don't even know we're a mill deck just yet, but they're about to find out. Like right now. All right, let's just Tasha's. Let's just Tasha straight up. And we hit pretty heavy there, man. 16 cards. Not a bad grab. And then we double up on the Maddening Cacophony for another pair of 16s. Should be an easy dub here from this point on. We're at 17 life total. There's no damage that we've been taking here, so feeling pretty awesome about this. Burn down the house takes care of those angels, no problem. No problemo, but there is probably another Starnheim Unleashed coming our way here, so don't like that. I want to copy both of these actually. Let's slow our roll on those. Let's slow our roll. Another Starnheim Unleashed, maybe? No, it's a Doomscar. They're in trouble. All right, they are officially in trouble here. 16 apiece is 32. So yeah, that's game in the next 2 turns. Next 2 turns equals game. 25, 17. This hits for 16. They draw 1 here on this turn, and that's it. It's a wrap. So let's just hold this Shatter Skull Smashing. We don't really need to cast it as a land here. Could be important. We'll see. I doubt it, but we'll see. I mean, unless they kill me this turn, it's game over. So Shambling Gas ain't gonna get the job done, unfortunately. All right, good game, my friend. Good game. It is the worst feeling ever to see the Galvanic iteration being cast when you know your opponent's playing mill, because you know what's coming next. You know it's gonna be a mill card. So GG's. Nice and easy, dude. Mill is in a good spot. It just is. Unfortunately, it is. It is so much fun. It's so much fun doing this to people. I can't stand having it done to me though. It's one of those things like discard. You love playing it, but you hate to see it. All right, we got a good starting hand here. I really want to get these inscriptions going, man. I know I'm a big proprietor of the Inscription of Ruin, or the Inscription of Insight. I know it's not good, but can't help but splash a couple of them in my deck, man. It just, the things that they can do are so good that it's like, if I can kick this thing, which is a big if. Crush the Week is nice, but it might be a little late on that, just because if we had gone first, that'd be great, but the visitor's gonna get too big. So I'm gonna have to rely on the Inscription to bounce a couple of things here maybe, and then reset, blow everything up with the Crush the Week. Could be good. Could be pretty solid. Maybe, I mean, maybe they just play another creature here. That'd be great. Yeah, that's a good sign. It's a really good sign. That's not though. All right, things are gonna get too big now. Things are too big now. I mean, that's still a good crush the week. It's just one Jukai Naturalist to worry about, so that's kind of cool if I crush the week to Sport State. Let's do it. Crush the week it is. All right, we'll put this in our hand. This back in our deck. We'll take 3, which, oh, do we want to take 3 here? I don't think I do. I think damage is going to be everything. Like we cannot afford to take that kind of damage right now. All right, we're taking 4. Yikes. We got the Tasha's Hideous Laughters into the Invoke Calamity, so it's just a matter of time, but can we survive that long? Very good question. I don't know. I don't know. Hollowed Haunting, okay. Okay. Man, what a nightmare. Okay, I guess I could probably just create... I can actually create a 5/5, which might be better. This might actually be better than bouncing the Jukai Naturalist. I could Calamity too and get this back with an iteration. That could be pretty sweet. That could be a really good deal for us. Maybe. A lot of options here. None of them feel great, but I mean, they're enough. They are enough to get like to scrape by, hopefully. We have no life gain in this deck, so we gotta be very, very careful here on how we proceed. Okay. Crush the Weak actually might be the better option. Crush the Weak with iteration, maybe. Depending on what the board looks like here in a second. I have a feeling the Haunting is gonna trigger again. It does. And they get a Weaver of Harmony. That's a big Crush the Weak. Happy to trade this if you want to attack here with the Naturalist, no? I'm gonna do this now. All right, we're gonna iteration. Let's put you in the hand. You back in the deck. We'll throw you away, which feels kind of bad. All right, that takes care of that. No attacks. All right, let's get to this. Let's get to the copying here of Tasha's Hideous Laughter if possible. We do need another blue land here in order to do so. I mean, if we could just top deck blue land into another blue land, we could just, you know, 2 turns win this game, potentially. These 1/1s are gonna get out of control now. All right. It's unfortunate. All right, let's just Maddening Cacophony here. We'll draw some cards to see if we can hit our land drops. We do, in fact, hit our land drop. All right, that's 8 cards off the top there. 38 to go. All right, here we go. Here's where things get very, very interesting. Things are gonna get very interesting. Double Tasha's might do it, man. 37 may not seem, I mean, it may seem like a lot, but they do run very small CMC costed things here, and we're at 1 life. This is it. All right, we're gonna have to hope we're gonna have to hope it works. Wish me luck here. 37 to 22. That's not good. Oh, there's no shot we get 22 cards. Yeah. Shoot. Down to 5. Good game. Gosh darn it, man. Could have, I think we could have got that. I don't know. Tricky, though. That's a tricky one. I don't know if we could have played any better than that, to be honest. But, the Crush the Weeks. Yeah, I don't know. Jukai Naturalist was the problem there, right? It's like, it was just casting these things for super cheap. Had they not hit this, we would have been fine too. I don't know. Not too sure how we could have done that different, but GG's. All right, well, with that loss, we're probably not getting to Diamond Tier 1 today, but hopefully we can get close, man. Hopefully we can get close. I need a nap so bad right now. My eyes are just barely holding on. All right, what do we got here? So we got Maddening Cacophony early. We got some copy spells. This is good. This is good. This is good. I like it. This is anytime I see the new, why is it that whenever I see the new lands from Kamigawa, it's almost always Selesnya enchants? Almost. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but let's do it. Let's do this Maddening Cacophony here. I have a feeling we're gonna need the Galvanic Iteration. If this is mono green, oh, wait, I guess we can just take a look. It is Selesnya enchants. Of course it is. All right. Called it. All right, we're gonna kill that thing ASAP. We learned our lesson. That's the word I'm looking for. Holy cow, we learned our lesson last game, how important this is. I'm gonna draw 2 cards and discard 2. All right. Oh, those are both great cards. Discard you and you. All right, this is a redemption time, which feels pretty awesome. I'm glad we're getting a chance here at redemption, because I do think we can beat this deck depending on how things lay out here. We're gonna go and hold open our draw as well as our Prismari Command. Both cards great choices here depending on what gets played. They do get a card from the graveyard back here, and pretty much any card they want. They're probably gonna get a Jukai Naturalist right back, which means we're gonna have to Prismari Command again. It's a very simple choice, I feel like. Well, maybe not. Maybe they want the Weaver? Looks like they might take the Weaver here. Okay, the Weaver hits. All-in Haunting comes down. Can't deal with that, unfortunately. It's an enchantment, so I need to blow this up and draw some more cards again. Do that. Field of Ruin can hit their lair of the Hydra, which is kind of helpful actually. Let's do that now, because we're not going to cast Burn Down the House here. So let's just blow up the lair of the Hydra, go grab another red source here, because we might hit our Cavalcade of Calamity at some point, and we want to make sure we're able to cast it. And that puts us at 3 mana, so we can do our draw spell here. So we will pass the turn, and hopefully it doesn't get too crazy. We have Burn Down the House to kind of help us get there, but hopefully their board doesn't get too wild. Maybe another Hallowed Haunting. That would really suck. Double Hallowed Haunting is what got us last time, so can't have that again. They're already down to 38 cards in deck, thanks to our Maddening Cacophony, so of course it's a double Hallowed Haunting. I always got to face the worst possible scenario, right? Otherwise it wouldn't be you know, a Magic game. Okay, you and you. Tasha City's Laughter seems pretty fun here. We do have enough for Invoke already, so let's go for another blue source so we can double the Tashas here. I think I'm just gonna go full send here, to be honest. I'm gonna go full send and just try to get them dead, or not get them dead, but try to mill them out, like right now, right here now. We're gonna just do a Cavalcade of Calamity next turn for Maddening Cacophony and Tasha City's Laughter. I could, that should be enough, right? I mean, I really don't want to screw this up. They have 14 cards left in their deck. Like, I have a pretty good feeling that we're gonna mill them out. But if I don't sweep this board, I could be serious trouble. Could be very serious trouble. They activate their land though. I feel like I have to go for it. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. And I'm going to start off with the Cacophony first, followed by the Tasha City's Laughter. So we got to do the Tasha's first into the Maddening Cacophony. 6 cards left. Tasha, you got this. Let's go. All right, we take down Selesnya and Chance. Dude, that's a great redemption arc right there. We really needed that. I knew we could beat them. We just get so unlucky, man, it feels like. I obviously know that the runes and Selesnya enchant decks are designed this way to draw nasty cards like this and this, but it seems like I just don't know, man. I get the worst luck in the world. There's just so many cards to hit and they get double Holland Haunting. Like, come on. It is what it is. Good game. You guys want to hear something funny? Is I put together this deck as a deck to play in a standard tournament this last weekend. I ultimately decided against it, but I told my wife, I said, I know you don't know much about Magic, but I think I'm about to do something that's gonna make people hate me. Like a lot of people are gonna hate me potentially, but ended up going against it, thank goodness. But yeah, the other deck we played was a much better deck, but we didn't perform too well, unfortunately. Would have been pretty funny though to go into a tournament with a try-hard tournament with a mill list. That'd be pretty funny. Let's go dig out a spell we need. The Shatter Skull Smashing Exile, I can't remember. 6 or more. No, it does not exile. Good to know. Good to know. All right, we really got to get this some play today at some point. I think this is the game, man. I think this is the game to do it. All right, this is instant spell. We can look at the top 6 cards of our library, reveal instant sorcery card, which is pretty cool. We can go 6 cards deep, look for some mill specialty cards, and go from there. Prismari Command, Shatter Skull Smash. I think Shatter Skull Smashing is a great way to deal with both of these, so I'll do that next turn. Okay, I don't have any creatures, so that was actually a really good grab for me. All right, let's go digging. No. Crush the Weak Skid though. It actually exiles, so it's actually not bad at all here. All right, little Crush the Weak action. And do we have a 2-mana spell? We do not, so let's go ahead and pass the turn. But we did find a Tasha's Hideous Laughter off the top, so that's good. We need 8 to get this thing fully kicked, which is what I really want to do one time. Interesting. Interesting. Do we... If I can kill this, I can kill the artifact side of things with this. Do we take the 4 this turn? Or what? Yeah, let's Tasha's Hideous Laughter here. See what we hit. Down to 42. Hit 12 cards. Some really good cards, but some big planeswalkers that kind of hurt. That kind of hurt a little bit with the CMC cost. All right, so we'll just thirst for discovery here. Maybe we'll get a good target to insight on and bounce next turn. Hurt their ability to, you know, cast multiple spells and then bounce them back to their hand. Hopefully that'll hurt them a little bit, slow them down quite a bit. We need thirst for discovery though to hit something nice for us. Galvanic Iteration plus a mill spell would be nice. 41 cards. Opponents, you know, they're Orzov and they're Snow, which is a good matchup for us because that's typically pretty slow. But Edgar's a 4/4 creature, so that's gonna deal some hefty damage over time. So gotta figure this out quickly. And sorry guys if I keep doing this, like I have this phantom feeling that my nose is running, and then every time I do this I'm like, oh, it's not, but like it feels like it is. All right, we'll take the damage. Did they even play a land this turn? They did not. All right, so we have to find a burn down the house. No burn down the house, huh? Okay.
You require my aid.
Okay.
Aren't I just-
So if we do this for 2. That's pretty good. And then we can bounce. No, we can't bounce, huh? Okay, so we'll Prismari Command then. We'll Prismari Command.
Slay our enemies.
Where do we take this damage? Maybe we take the damage. Yeah, let's take the damage. All right, we get... Ooh, that was a big hit there. Felt like a pretty big hit, but actually not as big as I thought. 26 cards left. Okay. Oh man, we really need to find
I'm hungry.
burn down the house like yesterday. Oh no, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. All right, well, let's bounce both these spiders. 3, 6. I have enough to kick this. It's kind of helpful actually. This is finally gonna get its shine here a little bit, so we can block the Edgar. We kick 2 spiders. Definitely don't want lands. Holy cow. Galvanic Iteration in hand. That's good. That's something. And what do we want to do with the Galvanic Iteration though? We obviously want to Maddening Cacophony them. Maybe we go half, like half their deck, half their deck. I don't know. Ouch! That's gonna minus on my 5/5. Dude, if we could Galvanic a Calamity, that would be wild, but we really gotta have the luckiest top deck of our life.
Oh yes. The knowledge you seek.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get this done. What's in my yard? 2 Tashas. Okay. 2 Tashas. And the Maddening Cacophony. Is that enough? It should be. It should be. Galvanic Iteration. Calamity. Okay, so the first thing I want to resolve is Prismari Command. To draw more cards? No, that wouldn't work with it. Okay. It's fine. Alright, so Tasha's. Let's see, can we get him to 8? Oh, we did it. We did it. Ladies and gentlemen, we just double calamitied and we got ourselves the mill. GG's. GG's, my friend. 1 HP. We got it done. Discard 2 cards. Yes, yes, and GG's. Oh my gosh, this game has been amazing, dude. This has been some of the most intense moments of my life playing Mill. Oh my god. That is going to do it for today's gameplay footage, guys. I hope you enjoyed. These games have been absolutely insane. Some of the most incredible and most insane games that I've ever played with this deck. And that's not necessarily a good thing. And the reason why it's not such a good thing is because these games got really hairy sometimes. It's in playtesting, plus in the gameplay footage, my collective, you know, information that I gathered from this deck is that we take a lot of damage, and when we die, it's always because we were like 1 or 2 turns away from milling out our opponent, which isn't necessarily a good thing. So I do have a few suggestions for this deck, but before I get into those suggestions, I just want to say thank you so much for making it this far into the video. If you did, you helped the YouTube algorithm out by staying this long, and it pushes my videos out to more people. So thank you for that. I really appreciate that support for sticking around as long as you have, and I'm glad you enjoyed the video enough to do so. But yeah, let's talk about this list today. Some things that we could change. I think the synergies in this deck are really awesome. With the Calamity being able to, you know, cycle through our cards, put things in the graveyard, and we can get, you know, value out of like flashback type cards. I like the Crush the Weak because it does exile the Black and Orzov stuff that, you know, they get a lot of value off of if their creatures die. So it's nice to be able to exile those things. Burn Down the House, obviously really good card because of all the Esper Planeswalker stuff going on. Some cards that I think didn't perform very well that could be obviously taken out would be the Inscription of Insight and Prismari Command. I think both of those are just splashed in here for a little bit of flavor, but things like Demon Bolt come to mind. Whoops, why did I put an A there? Demon Bolt comes to mind. It's a really good removal tool for instant speed. You can foretell it for 1. It kind of would throw off your opponent on whether or not it's Crushed to Weak or Demon Bolt, but Demon Bolt deals 4 to a creature or planeswalker, which is really helpful. This could be a good tool to add in place of maybe Prismari Command or Inscription of Insight. Ultimately, I would say more removal. So I would add more burn spells in this deck. If not, you could always go for more tempo-y things like more Fading Hopes in this deck to slow our opponents down. But ultimately, we have to slow our opponents down. You could also take this deck and make it into a Jeskai deck and add some more like life gain tools in here. Maybe like let me pull up some white spells here. But there's There's one in particular that's coming to mind, but for whatever reason, I can't remember the name at the top of my head anymore because I am unprepared for this part of the video. Oh, here it is. Sunset Revelry. That's the card. You can make this a Jeskai deck, splash in a little bit of white, and you can add some life gain tools in here. Life gain could be pretty helpful, especially when you're talking about mill. This card in particular can help you not only gain life, but it can put some bodies out in front of your opponents, which is really nice, which then would allow you to maybe add more sweepers like Doomscar and stuff. But once you start going into double devotion for white, for blue, quadruple devotion for red, it does get a little tricky, which is why we chose not to go Jeskai. But Jeskai is something that crossed my mind to make this deck a little bit more interesting, maybe even potentially better. But ultimately, I let you guys decide. I am going to leave it there. Those are my final thoughts on the deck. Those are some of my final little tidbits. But if you guys have any ideas on how to make this deck better, of course, leave it in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts on that. And that's going to do it for today's video. Today is Wednesday. There will be a live stream tonight here on the channel, so be sure to come check it out at 5 p.m. I'm sorry, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And yeah, that's it. Before I hop out of here, though, as always, huge shout out goes to my Mardu Mob. These guys are like the absolute backbone of this channel. They help support the channel through their monthly memberships here on the channel, and they get a few added benefits to their accounts, but ultimately they are helping support this channel, and I can't thank them enough for what they do and all the kind words they're constantly, you know, putting in the comments and things like that. So thank you guys so much for being part of the team. If you guys want to become a member of the Mardu Mob today, you can hit the join button down below or a link in the description as well. But that's going to do it, guys. I hope to see you on the next video, which will be Friday. If not, maybe the live stream tonight. That'd be pretty awesome too. We'll see you guys then. Till next time. Peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Selesnya, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.